Hello! This is PartyWipeGames. We are back once more on Tuesday to bring you all Vampire the Masquerade. I don't know why I'm sounding like someone in Things We Do in the Shadows. We were watching that last night.
We were.
That's why. That's a good time. Hello! Welcome everybody back to PartyWipeGames. We are, of course, playing Northern Lights, a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition game, Uprising. Our players here tonight are filling in a cast of wonderful Anarchs, the lovable, precocious scamps that they are. Hello, lovable, precocious scamps. Introduce yourselves briefly.
Talking about us.
I am.
Hello, I am Shay. I am a member of PartyWipe Gaming and also an artist. I just got my own channel set up and began my own streams, my own art streams. I am streaming art now as I draw. More on that later. But, yeah, tonight I am going to be playing Sybil, a Malkavian. That's me. And this music's kind of dope.
Welcome to Elysium.
Hello everyone, I'm Art Survivor. I'm also a member of PartyWipe Games. And tonight I am playing Aldrich Lee, a member of Clan Ministry.
Yawning. Yeah, I'm Kay, and I am playing Josie, the gangrel. I forgot to post on Instagram today, but if you want to follow me there, it's kcl.cos, kcil.cos, and then on there I have all my other stuff attached to it, so yeah. I'm posting right now. Don't worry, I already have everything typed out, so it's just gonna be posted.
Well, hello everyone. Name is Noah, but everyone knows me by Oren Rune, and I'm gonna be playing as Raksha Istar, the Anarch Braha. Is that how you spell it? Braha? Yeah. Okay.
The Bruja.
Bruha, okay.
Bruhaha.
Uruhuhaha.
Bruhaha.
Yeah.
Right, well, that means it's time for us to get started. Much like it had been. Oh, actually, no. Strike that. Rewind. Start over. We have to go over one quick thing, which is always important when we play this game. We are, of course, playing Vampire the Masquerade, a 5th edition game set in the World of Darkness. Because it is a World of Darkness game, that means we will be often covering content that is considered more mature and even of a darker bent, hence the name World of Darkness, that is a darker mirror of our own world. If at any time the subject matter or things being discussed makes you uncomfortable, it is okay to step away from the scene or even the episode and come back at a later time. What is not okay is mixing up characters and the players. The characters may be awful, horrible monsters, but that is not a reflection of the people playing them or the storyteller. It is important to remember that we are all people, and in this game we are here to have fun, and anything that might be said by the character is not the character is not a reflection of the player. That being said, now we can jump in properly.
Quick technical question.
Yes.
Did we get any experience last time?
Yes, that was answered last week.
Was it?
Ark was diligent
No,
enough.
you made a joke.
Ark was diligent enough to ask last week, and while I did
You made a joke and didn't give a straight answer.
Oh, you already know what the answer was. It was 1.
Yeah.
But now
It is always good to double check.
But now everybody but Ark gets 1. Ark gets nothing. That's also a joke, Ark.
Oh wait, did I ever change up my stuff?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Are you though? Because you weren't aware last time. Boom! Gotcha.
I did.
You did? Are we all squared away then?
I was making sure I changed the stuff we had talked about last time. I know we had talked about it afterwards, but I wanted to make sure that I actually put it away. I did, so we're good.
Well, after posting on Twitter the announcement that we're live, I found somebody's feed. Another thing I'm not sure I needed to know, if a pelican overheats, it can pull its spine through its mouth to cool down. And it's literally pictures of pelicans opening their wide bills and popping their spines out and just venting heat. It's kind of horrifying.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's pretty terrible.
It's awful. It's an awful thing to know and have part of my life now.
Nature is terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Continuing where we left off last week, the coterie had arrived in Vancouver on a quiet, albeit slightly rainy evening. They were given the task to take a package from Seattle across the border and into Vancouver, where they would be serving as the spearhead for the coming Anarch invasion. Invasion in quotes, of course, because the Barons did not really give you terms of engagement, merely said, find a way to infiltrate the Camerilla-controlled area and establish yourselves so that once things were ready to move in more properly, the rest of the Anarchs could come in and help. It was your own discretion how you would go about that, but the task of delivering the package to Van Dusen Botanical Garden, the current position of Elysium within the Camerilla, is your only real destination at the time. You all stopped at Raksha's bar, the Velvet Getaway, where you bedded down for the day and made preparations to go and attend a party. And so, we already handled the rouse checks. Only Sybil passed. Everybody else awakens slightly hungrier. Is there anything anybody wants to do when they wake up in the lower guest room that served as where you bedded down?
Did we already do the thing before where we wake up and then we slake our hungers and then
Yes, you already did your rouse checks. I'm just establishing a scene of is there anything you all want to do waking up?
Well, since I fixed the whole thing, the whole feeding issue last time, I would like to drink a blood bag.
Yes, and that is also part of the reason why we're rewinding here, because individuals like Josie were not able to partake in the offered blood bag beforehand, and so the discussion of where to go for feeding and how to do it was put on hold. But now that we've had a chance to fix sheets, the offer of blood bags is once again passed around. Is there anything else we want to do while getting situated?
I mean, personally for me, nothing at the bar, but we were talking about stopping by my place too, so that me and Sybil can get some clothes to look nice. But I think that's after, if anyone else wants to do anything.
Someone's gonna need to find Raksha some pair of nice clothes because he doesn't have any suits or anything.
I'll find one for you.
Thanks, Sybil. Thanks.
You're
You
welcome.
really help.
So the plan is just to gather some clothes then.
Do we have any weapons?
Do we get weapons?
What sort of armaments are provided at the Velvet Getaway?
Or maybe like walkie-talkies or something, so if any of us get separated.
In terms of weapons, the things that Raksha probably have is that he's probably got like knives around and some daggers because, well, man, he collects some of those stuff sometimes. It was from like back in his homeland. He got it from his homeland. Haven't sent it over, but other than that, he doesn't have any other weapons. Probably like no guns, not anything. Unless you count like a fire, one of those firefighting thing as a weapon.
Yeah, no, because we didn't take armory.
So then it doesn't sound like there's much in the way of
Alright, cool.
a
Well,
setup
then,
for you all.
Hey Alexa, what's a good weapon for a blind person? Damn.
Does Raksha own an Alexa?
Did I own an Alexa?
Yeah, does Raksha have an Alexa built into the bar?
No, unless Aldrich did it.
Sybil finds there's no response.
I feel like they're illegal in Vancouver.
Uh-huh.
They are? What happens that makes it illegal? Did someone hack the government with Alexa?
The Camerilla sheriff is named Alexa.
Oh!
Yeah, and us last time would always make jokes to her about it, and she didn't like it.
Oh, they had
She was not a fan.
Hey Siri, what's the weather like?
Oh yeah, what is the weather gonna be like? Also, hold on, wait, I need to do something.
Does anybody
What are these
possess an
gardens?
iPhone?
I do. How do you think I post to Instagram?
Well then, ask Siri what the weather is.
Hey Siri, what's the weather like? This is not going to be accurate, but...
No, it's not.
Currently clear and 72 degrees in Davidson. Expect partly cloudy skies starting tonight. Temperatures will be fairly consistent, averaging about 70 degrees.
Probably should ask what it is in Vancouver.
Hey Siri, what's the weather like in Vancouver, Canada?
It's currently clear and 63 degrees in Vancouver, Canada. Expect partly cloudy skies starting tonight. Temperatures are heading down from 62 degrees to 53 tonight.
There you go.
So, it's a cold, partly cloudy night. Although still technically not accurate because it's winter.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll make do.
What are these gardens look like? I want to do a search up on my phone.
A search on the Van Dust Botanical Gardens?
Yeah.
Very well. You'll need to make a check for that. Josie, please provide me with a technology roll plus intelligence. Actually, technology plus investigation. Because you're researching.
Oh. What if I have none?
Well, then you don't add any dice.
I'm good at technology.
Not sure how true that actually is.
Technology investigation.
Did it not let you do both?
You don't usually roll skills together.
Well, then just do intelligence.
Intelligence and then technology or investigation?
Technology, intelligence, because you're using your phone. And so, we have one success. Quick Google search, not hard to look up. What you end up finding is that the Van Dussen Botanical Gardens is actually a very interesting and beautiful looking structure, partly built into the ground. It has wave-like shaped roofs. It is very spacious for an interior and boasts things like a hedge garden and a lot of seating. There's also what's be the word here? There's a lot of contemporary artwork here. There is spacious walkways with a lot of natural Canadian-looking plants. From where you are, it's actually not too bad of a drive. The visitor center is the place that comes up in your information, and it seems to currently be closed.
Do I find a map on the search?
A map of the grounds?
Gardens? Yeah.
Yes, but it would be one of those guide maps, not like an actual city layout.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Give me one moment. I'm just trying to find one that would be
Yeah,
something. I was just looking for one that like you'd find is like at the visitor center, something that would be appropriate.
There's a map that has like all the underground, not underground systems, but like
We know a perfect spot to attack.
well, it has like the non-disposable rainwater cistern, the processing, the holding tank, the boiler, the battery. It's just how it works, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know what any of that shiz means.
It's alright. But it is located smack dab in the middle of the city. Here we go, this will be acceptable. It's located smack dab in the middle of the city, but there is a lot of natural land set aside for it to do its job. There we go.
Alright, and then were we given any other nice information about this place beforehand?
About the botanical garden? No. Nobody inquired.
Can I use my, not use, but like, can I call up my mans and ask him? I have him as my, all dots filled out.
All dots filled out.
Mala, however you say it.
Absolutely. You may attempt
Well,
to
first
call.
I wanna ask the group. Should I call my Baron and see if there's any way they want us specifically to go about drop off, now that I think about it?
That would be great if you could.
Should throw it in the ocean.
How complicated should a drop-off be?
Well, like, if there's a specific, like, area they want us to go into and drop it off, any place we want to drop it off, or technically right now it says it's closed, so, like, any way they think we should, like...
It's a Camerilla Elysium.
It won't matter.
It's not closed.
Yeah.
The nightmare will consume everything.
Or, like, whether or not we need invitations to go to this thing.
Do we
The
want
storyteller, we would.
parties?
Storyteller, we would have been told if there was a specific place to drop it off at.
You would have. And recalling that information because it wasn't discussed last week, you would know that you would need to drop it off at the visitor center where Elysium is being held. There would be a place for you to bring it, a back entry loading area just off the streets. You were told that people would be expecting you.
Okay. Then never mind, Actually, no, I'll still call him and I'll let him know that we're about to go ahead and deliver this. And if there's anything we should know beforehand, just in case.
Good to hear, Josie. Click. Well, they're all dead.
Looking at this map, let me strike that, reverse it. You are to bring it to the service area on the northern side, not to the visitor center. Also, how fucking big is this thing? There's no scale on this map.
Yeah, I don't know which one's north.
Wow.
Oh wait, I do know. Never mind.
There is a compass, Rose. There's just not a scale.
I see it. Okay. Hey, yeah, that's good. Cool. Well, thank you, Aldrich, for relaying that information for me. It seems I have forgotten. I don't know why I'm speaking like that, but it's. I feel like I need to be fancy right now. Get into that Elysium mood.
Of course.
Why would we stay?
Huh?
Why would we stay?
Why would we?
It seems like a bad idea.
I couldn't hear you.
Stage whisper.
Why would we stay?
We
aren't.
If someone wants to.
You're
I
just
personally
coming
don't
in.
want to be in Elysium for a law for.
Daniel's using this time to help get Aldrich dressed and ready. And he kind of frowns and he says, "We're not sticking around for the party? Going through all this trouble making you look good, your best."
I don't
Are you
want...
implying that I shouldn't look good?
Of course not. I'm just saying that you're looking this good, might as well have everybody notice. Don't you want those Camerillas to see what they're missing?
I want to sort of lay low at first for a bit.
The nightmare doesn't care how fancy you are.
Yes, I doubt we want to be around when whatever's in the crate goes off.
You wouldn't think they'd send a bomb, do you?
I hope they do.
That's fair.
I doubt they'll just drop off a bomb right here and then, because then we'll have to do a setup for it and all that stuff, which, you know, doesn't seem like we have a bomb here. We have something worse.
You didn't
The
hear
nightmare bomb doesn't care.
Raksha, you didn't hear the ticking in the van while we were driving up here?
That ticking, I don't believe that ticking means it's time and all.
Well,
Well, if it's a bomb, we really should get it.
No.
Over there now.
nah, it's...
They didn't specify any bombs.
They didn't specify bombs, no. You're right.
I guess we should look good if we're all gonna get blown up.
But yeah. Okay, well,
So we're gonna sneak in. We're gonna associate with this Camerilla and drop off the gift.
no, we're
There should be
going to
people expecting us.
Yeah, we're going to the service area and then dropping it off there. And then hopefully leaving, unless we wanted to stop by the visitor center.
No, I'm not a fan of that.
And then we should ditch the van somewhere.
Yes. But first, we're gonna stop by my place on the way there.
Yay, finger paint.
So are we all going together to Josie's, then?
I assume if we're taking the van, then
I think we only have the one vehicle.
There's always
Yeah.
public
Shouldn't be too
transit.
I mean, unless you guys just wanted to start heading over there and we can meet you there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Which one?
I think we should all go together.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan then.
All right. And so you all pile into the nondescript looking van after loading the package up, of course. And you make your way down the road. Josie, where is your apartment located?
Sorry, hiccups.
Message.
I'm thinking like I like that street called Sunset.
Sunset. Ping for me, please.
Something
I
like
found
bigger.
it.
Yeah,
Which one was you? I saw 2 pings.
this one.
So you want to be around Victoria and Sunset. Oh, actually, Victoria's the other side. Okay. So right in here, you were saying?
Yeah, about that area.
Alright. I'll make a narker. This is... Right. So Josie's apartment is located on Sunset. And so, getting to Josie's apartment from the Velvet Getaway is not very hard. You just head west down one road and make sure to hang that right. And before long you come to fairly nice looking apartment complexes. As nice as apartment complexes can be for a single adult, quotation fingers, of a young age, with a fixed income and one who is supposed to be alive. When you all arrive, you find a space in the parking lot. It's only 9, 10 o'clock now. Sun's been down for a little while, and it seems that the community is starting to die down for the evening as well. Where is your apartment located within the complex?
It is up like 2 or 3 stories up. I'll say 2. It's in the middle. And it's at the end of at the end of a hall. It's like the last one, so that like it's at like the corner of the building.
And does Aldrich and Raksha join the 2 ladies heading upstairs?
Yeah, I'm sure gonna
No.
join them.
Okay.
Well, Russia's going to join them just to make sure it didn't take long.
So Aldrich opts to stay in the car, which means, of course, Daniel stays and keeps the engine running. Daniel leans out the window and says, "Don't take too long, ladies." And Raksha, he just kind of runs back. Boy, that's awkward.
Don't worry, I'll see you again. Forget. Don't worry, Daniel. It's not gonna take a while because I'm around.
Oh. I mean, he gives that awkward glance to Aldrich, and it's like, wow, did he know he said that?
I mean, you know what I mean. It's not that.
Hey,
thing
man,
that
it's cool. I don't. It's cool,
Just-
man. I got what you said. It's just that he kind of like again gives Aldrich a look like.
I just picked that up from like one of the conversations my friends had back in the Free States. I don't know what it means. I thought it means thing, but I guess it's not. You know what? Yeah, never mind. Let's just go.
I'll tell you when you're older.
He gives like the like concerned look, like what the fuck?
I'm holding Josie's hand and I just whisper, "It means he climaxes fast."
Yep.
let's go get dressed. Okay.
Okay.
Then yeah, we just head on upstairs. I picture like the people who live there being very like there's like a few like people that are like more serious, but most of them are like artsy. Like I picture it being a very artsy apartment complex. Like I feel like they're not allowed to, but lots of people will like paint murals on the bricks on the outside, and then the complex is just like, who did this?
This is a
I
more
want to paint
this
murals
is a more
at the
college
outside.
and hipster kind of apartment complex than a
Yeah.
working or elderly one. And
Yeah.
that would
They
make
have they have like a few elders and like working people that don't like the others, but like
but
they
at the
don't,
same time it makes sense. You do have a proximity to an esteemed university.
yeah.
So it would only make sense that students who didn't want to pay a premium for being within an immediate proximity to the University of British Columbia, they would probably spread out into the city, and the southern side is probably much cheaper, even with the proximity to the airport for when they need to go home to see family. But you ascend the stairs, and you make your way to the second floor, down past the hall, to your apartment, and we get our first look at what Josie's apartment looks like.
You want me to describe it?
Of course,
Okay.
it's your apartment.
It's small, but it's like a studio apartment. So like all there is just like the kitchen area and then floor. And then there's like a bed in that floor. There's like the bed is against the back wall. There's like a little living area in the middle, with like a couch and a TV. Very basic, but there's lots and lots of play. Mostly by the windows, but the windows have curtains over them.
You cut out mostly what?
Mostly by the windows.
But there is lots of what?
Oh, plants.
Oh, okay.
Mostly flowers and mostly by the windows, but the windows do have curtains. And then there's lots of there's like a few easels and lots of canvases just scattered all over the place.
I smell paint.
It's like organized chaos.
Hmm.
I smell paint.
Yes. I have lots of it.
I like paint.
I do too. Something we have in common.
Okay. Do I get to paint on the wall too?
Not today,
Okay.
but I'll let you do it another day. Eventually.
Okay.
So what kind of outfit do you want? Do you want a dress? Do you want a shirt, pants, skirt?
I'm not sure what they look like.
Should pull out a few things.
I feel them. I pick one based on how soft the material is, not what it looks like.
Yeah, I feel like the softness is gonna be some like nice. The first thing that popped in my head was like a t-shirt sort of dress looking thing, and then she would help her get it on and add like a belt or like some sort of accessories to it to make it look a little fancier.
Just make sure I don't put it on backwards.
Yeah. No, Josie would be the one helping you put it on. And then, yeah, Josie, I sent it in the chat like last week, but Josie's just wearing this it's like a pink shirt with yellow pants and a belt.
Oh, right. I remember that image.
Yeah.
Looking for a very elegant but simple design. What is Raksha doing during all of this?
Raksha
He's
gets to
waiting
wear that
outside.
one.
You're waiting outside. Excellent.
Outside the apartment,
Mm-hmm.
like apartment door, because I'm gonna make sure these kids are not gonna take long, and also they're safe.
Yes. So, it's about this time that while they're getting dressed, another door opens, and a head pokes out, and there's a young college-looking woman who peeks her head out. It's the door directly across from Josie's, and she kind of looks and sees you leaned up against the wall or standing guard, however it is you're watching this door, and she looks surprised. And she says, "Can I help you?"
No need. You can just walk along.
Walk along. I live here.
Wait.
Do you live here?
No, my friends does, and I'm waiting for them to. Yeah.
And she kind of gives you a look and says, "Friends, you're friends with who lives there?" And she gestures to the door.
Yeah.
And she says, "All right." And she kind of closes the door slowly. Josie, you're in the middle of getting dressed, and your phone buzzes. And there's a message waiting for you.
Yes, she. Let me look at it.
I start putting on socks while she's looking at her phone, but they're two different socks.
The text reads, "There's some creep outside your door."
Josie would laugh and
Another
send
text
back.
comes in, "Want me to call the cops?"
Josie says, "No, he's my dad." But then says, "JK, he's not my dad. He's a coworker."
Don't let Rasha catch you say that, because it's gonna it's gonna get embarrassed.
Another
I'm a
text.
dad. I'm
Another
a dad.
text comes in, "Coworker, DILF." That's weird, Josie.
The term is himbo, thank you very much.
Oh, I was about to say it's him though.
In this case, it's a DILF.
I put socks in my hands too.
Josie's like, "Yeah, that looks great."
Perfect for the Camerilla. They'll never think anything weird about this.
To be fair, are they really going to call it a Malkavian for something like that?
No, that's not what they're going to call the Malkavian out for.
Yeah, eventually, Josie would just send back like the laughing face, and then the what's it called? The three little like raindrop thingies, the splash emoji.
Mm. The sweat drops.
Yeah.
Mm. Outside Raksha, the door opens again, and the woman pokes her head out, and she kind of like squints her eyes at you for a moment and says, You just stay there, okay? Don't do anything weird."
I am? Why are you expecting me to be doing anything weird? I'm just here for my friends. Don't worry.
Because you're acting really shady just standing in the hall. Are you like a drug dealer or something?
No, I don't do drugs. I don't even drink. I'm just here for my friends, and that's all. Honestly. What else do you want from me?
To not be standing in my hallway looking shady. and she like drags out a bag of trash with one hand, and the other hand she's like very clearly holding a pepper spray, and it's like pointed in your direction, but she's not aiming it at you. But it's one of those things where it's like it's in reach where she can lift it up easily, and she keeps her back to the wall as she scoots along it, walking past you, and it's just like, later, Himbo. Keeps going down the stairs and is gone.
From inside of the room, you hear, ha!
Raksha's like, Himbo. What does that mean again? It's like...
Everybody keeps saying that.
You're like, why? What does it mean?
I feel like Josie would walk out at that point with Sybil and say, it means you're stupid but good looking.
Thank you?
Thanks, I guess.
Are you guys sad? Are we finally going? I feel like someone's gonna pepper spray me at any point.
Oh, don't worry, it tastes good.
No, it doesn't.
How do you know?
No, it doesn't.
I've
I'm
been
kidding.
there. I've been there. I've been on the receiving end of it. I was walking down like the street before, and then I was passing some girls from behind, and then they thought I was going to grab her, and then pepper spray. I don't know
Oh,
why
well,
people.
how long ago was that? Pepper spray has been updated.
I think it was like years ago. I don't remember clearly. Honestly, I don't remember much, but it's just something that left. Yeah, I just
Well,
remember
you
it because
see-
it's so stupid.
Nowadays, people carry it around for seasoning.
Seasoning.
It's
But-
quite literally pepper spray.
So you actually use it for food.
Yeah, totally.
That is handy, I guess. You just bring around like a pack of chili sauce and all that. Okay.
Yeah, it's like 2-in-1, self-defense, and if your pasta's a little not tasting good, just go ahead and spray it.
That's actually a really good idea. Maybe I should carry
Yeah.
around like a pepper spray. So, and
Yeah,
I
the
guess
moment you get it, spray it in your mouth.
Should brings the life out of me with all that spice.
That's good.
Anyway, yeah.
I like that he didn't question it.
What else?
He's a
is the
himbo.
question?
What did you expect?
Basically.
Yeah, then they head back down. Then if Cartman's heading back. then we
Wait, if
leave.
he's from like the World War II, does that mean he's a boomer or a super boomer?
Oh no, you are a boomer. Okay, boomer. I mean, technically you were born before that, so...
Okay.
But you were turned, so your second life began during World War II, so you would be a boomer.
He's the vampire boomer.
Yeah, he's a vampire boomer. Okay, Elder.
A boomer.
Right. So, Josie and Sybil are now dressed to impress, and
I
they...
also have a messenger bag.
You also have a messenger bag. Is there anything important in the messenger bag? You can just PM it to me if there's anything I need
Said
to
it
know
last
about.
time.
What's that?
I just wanted to bring spray paint, just in case.
Right. That's a good
Spray
reminder.
paint.
I grabbed it without you looking.
Well, she wouldn't be able to see it.
But I'm always not looking.
Yeah, she's always
True.
not looking. The truest statement if there ever was one.
It's hot in here. Hold on, I'm gonna go turn on my fan.
Still a pretty good temperature here. Making some adjustments while we wait. It didn't really help the text be any more clear. Oh well. All right. As you all are coming down the steps of the apartment, it is about this time that Carmen is making her way back, and description of her wasn't really given at the onset, but this is a young woman who would be about Josie's age if Josie were alive. But she does have a dyed hair in a pink fashion, has more modern hip-hop style clothes, and a really baggy looking beanie set over her head. She's probably got a oversized baggy winter coat on as well, because while the temperature doesn't affect you all, humans tend to be very susceptible to the cold. And she finally spots you, Josie, and manages the briefest of smiles and is like, "Yo, Josie, that himbo's still following you. I guess what he said was true then."
I'm gonna taste of your pepper spray. Tell them it tastes good.
She smiles and she's like, "Did he want to taste it? Because I was going to give him a taste earlier."
Not in my eyes. Probably not in my eyes.
Now, I would say yes, but we actually have to get going.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just going to go watch... oh shit, what are the kids watching nowadays? I was going to watch some Top Chef, so I'm just going to head inside.
And then she'd hold out her hand for a little fist bump as they passed each other.
And of course she makes it explode.
And I go, "Yay, Top Chef!" and trip on something.
All the kids are watching Top Chef.
Don't worry, you will be tripping. Rash just watching you. Making sure you're not fall down or anything.
I feel around with my
yeah,
sock hands.
Aldrich. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying Josie would say if you're not sleeping by the time I get back, I'll join.
Cool. Top Chef and chill.
Yeah.
Rasha just looks at Josie like, "Top Chef, what's that show even?"
It's a show where you make things. They use pepper spray quite a lot in it, actually.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, you can start watching it and learn some recipes.
That checks out.
It all comes together.
Yeah, sure, I'll watch it later after
too will
this,
be the
maybe
Top
at
Chef.
TV. I mean, we got TV at the bar, so yeah. Sure.
I'll give you the channel.
Alright, just write it somewhere in a paper.
Do
And then
that.
we're off.
And we are off.
Yeah, that's it.
Alrighty.
For me,
The
at least.
the group make it back to the van where Aldrich and Daniel are waiting. Aldrich, did you want to get up into any trouble while waiting for them, or were you just keeping busy for the time being?
I was just keeping an eye out, trying to watch for anything that could be suspicious.
Well, thankfully you didn't find anything like that. It was a very calm night. You were looked at with a great deal of suspicion. Two handsome individuals sitting in a nondescript white van outside of an apartment doesn't go unnoticed, but the cops weren't called on you. And you all are back in the van together. Aldrich, it's about this time you notice that the two girls are dressed up a little more nicely, and there is a duffel bag that Josie is carrying with her.
Quite a duffel bag, more like an over-the-shoulder messenger bag.
Messenger bag, yeah.
It's not as, like, weird.
It
It's not as
definitely...
like, oh, she's carrying a duffel bag. It's like,
duffel
"Ah,
bag full of
messenger
spray
bag."
paint. Yeah. It does.
Yeah.
It does have a distinct clatter to it, though, when she climbs back into the van, but into the back of the van with the package.
Can I tell what colors they are from the sound?
No.
Uh-huh. I don't know what colors they are, to be honest.
Can I do it with Sense the Unseen?
No.
I don't think it works that way.
Oh no, I didn't cough into my elbow. I'm sorry,
Oh,
everyone.
dear.
Don't follow my.
You've just got all of us infected. So, plan is to head out then?
This is how you get a computer virus.
This is how you get a computer virus. Everybody turn on your McAfees. Alright.
Jerk, I would have.
To the garden.
I would have matched with you, but you wear too dark clothes.
Well then.
Okay.
The gang loads it back up into the van and begins the drive. Daniel behind the wheel makes sure that it's a smooth and not so bumpy ride. But before long, you've crossed over and found your way to Van blah blah blah's, no, to Van Dussen's Botanical Garden. As per the map that Josie was able to pull up, it's not hard to find the employee road that leads to some parking and their staging area for you all to make a drop. And sure enough, while it did say that the Botanical Garden was closed, lights are on. The kind of lights that string up through the trees and along the fences that give a decorative elegance to it. This time of year, they are getting ready for a festival of lights and gearing towards a Christmas celebration, so this is likely the case for it, but the lights are still on nonetheless. And as you're approaching, I'm pulling the map back up so I can give you the proper names. As you're approaching the service area, you do see that one of the bay doors is open and there's lights inside, as well as a number of individuals standing around on the road leading into the service area.
They're all going to die, you know.
Guys, what are we gonna say to these people?
That they're all
Well, they
going
should be
to
expecting
die.
us.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Say like, delivery, room service.
Just drop it off. I don't think they expect us to say anything. Not
We
that I
aren't
know
here
of.
for a conversation.
Yeah.
Raksha, are you ready with the package?
Yep. Trying to hand it over now. And then he just lifts it up.
Make peace with your gods.
Okay, I don't have any gods because I'm a vampire, but okay.
Technically, there are vampire gods, but that's fine.
They're not gods.
It was more
They're
for
not
them.
just...
Daniel
Some of them
Daniel
heavily disagree.
Daniel looks over to Aldrich for a moment and raises a brow like, you want to say it or should I?
Who's gonna tell him?
Who's gonna tell the himbo? There's vampire Jesus.
Like, who's gonna tell the himbo that the ministry do in fact have a god?
Yeah, it's arguable if they have a god anymore. It was
Does
part of
all-
the rebranding.
Does Aldrich say anything though?
He probably gives a look, but lets it go. There's more important things to worry about right now.
The priest pushes it down for now.
Like how cute I look.
Yeah, we focus on how cute Josie looks. You all drive off of Oak Street and into the main area, passing the visitor center. The sound of music and socializing is heard before passing along the winding road that gets you into the service area. The people on the streets and acting as security seem to recognize the white van and don't give you any trouble as you're pulling past. into the staff parking, you see there are a number of unmarked black sedans and SUVs. Typical Camerilla rolling styles. Probably where their ghouls and security are mounted up in case they need to converge on a location to provide security and defense, but away from their master's eyes. The service area is a warehouse and a series of 4 buildings, one longer than the other, where they keep the many instruments used to maintain all of the topiary and floral arrangements throughout the garden. But as you approach, one of the individuals who had been around the area approaches the van and taps on the driver window for Daniel to roll it down. And he kind of looks to Aldrich again for a moment.
Roll it down.
And he does, slowly, hand cranking it down, getting a respectable 3/4 of the way down before turning and smiling. Good evening. The gentleman in dark sunglasses smiles and says, "Good evening. You have a package to deliver?"
Yes, we do.
Awfully late to be bringing something in.
Something wicked this
Well,
way comes.
Daniel visibly tenses, and the man looks past the two of you to the back, where the Malkavian is sitting and talking to herself.
Josie waves.
Oh,
I feel you staring.
Young lady, the nights are always wicked in Vancouver.
That's how I like it.
There's things darker than shadows.
He turns his attention back to Aldrich. We can dispose of the van for you if you like.
No, I think we can handle that ourselves.
Very good. Then, if everything's in order, you can just set the package inside.
I nod and I gesture for Daniel to roll up the window.
Daniel gives the man a light wave, and then slowly rolls the window up on his face. But the man stares for just a moment before walking off.
Pray to your gods, and if you have no gods, simply pray.
People.
Hello.
And everyone sits in silence in the van.
I don't trust these people.
That's good. You shouldn't trust most people.
Yeah.
Daniel,
Where?
take us to the
Oh, you roboted. Take you where?
docking bay.
And so he does. He puts the vehicle back in drive and slowly drifts the way forward into the bay where he can find a place for it to park.
You don't have to worry too long, Josie. After tonight, either they'll be dead or we'll be dead.
We're already dead.
Dead.
Nice one.
Hey, only some of us are dead, Daniel says.
Dead. Not dead.
The term you're looking for is final death.
Well, if that does come, at least we'll be doing in the end of something. For freedom, at least.
I'm not gonna die tonight.
I don't plan on it either. Roger,
Anyway,
if you take the package over.
They'll take
Yeah.
more the second time around. If the
I'll
nightmare
do just
catches
that.
you.
And I guess he's the one who's dropping off the big ass package on the docking bay.
Yeah, I ain't touching it.
Yeah.
Nobody else,
Yeah.
nobody else wants to touch it. Josie's
No,
helping.
I'm helping.
All right. So Josie.
Yeah. Like, I can just imagine, like, Josie is like helping, but like all the lifting is Raksha.
She's a gang girl.
Like,
She's
lift?
strong. She can
I'm a
lift.
strong person.
She doesn't look it, but she's strong. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So you can guess me, yeah.
So Josie and Aldrich open the back doors to the van, and it doesn't take them long to pull a package out. And the warehouse itself isn't empty. There are a few individuals who are standing around and watching. One in particular is just a man sitting in a nice, comfortable-looking chair. He's got a cream-colored suit from top to bottom, nice light brown loafers, and a matching scarf that's draped over one side, flipped back, and he has a wine glass in his hand, and he's just watching, and he says, "Good evening. You can just set it right there."
I'll do just that then.
Josie doesn't say anything and just does it as well.
And once the two of you have set it down, he smiles, and he lifts the glass and tilts it your way. Have a good evening.
May I activate Sense the Unseen and try to focus on his voice and his aura?
Certainly.
Did you go with them?
You didn't go with them, but from the van, if that is something you feel you can see, absolutely.
Yeah, I pictured it being like unless I'm wrong, but like there's like the loading area and then him being like on the inside.
Inside, yeah.
Not too far.
So, I'm not going to tell you no, but if you feel that is something your Malkavian can see from where the van is.
Okay.
Is that an okay on you're doing it or not?
Yes.
Okay.
It's as high as I can get without crits. Well, not quite as high, but...
Now, what exactly are you looking for with Sense the Unseen?
I want to try and get... let me post this while the text, sorry. I want to know... I want to get what his supernatural affiliation is.
Just reading the wall of text here.
Yep.
Also, Josie, I don't need a roll for it, but they extended their fingernails just a little bit, just in case.
I don't think it would tell you whether they're like a vampire or not, but you would be able to see if they're using any powers.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too.
Oh, okay.
Also, this one's passive, so you're not really rolling anything unless I ask you to. Or I roll it in secret. Because that was what we ended up doing with Kay's Malkavian as well. Finian, that's the name. I've already forgotten my boy. Already forgotten.
You forgot his name.
It's alright, he's dead. That's why he was taken out of the city. So, no, Sybil, you don't pick anything up off of the individual. There's nothing that would give away something out of the ordinary for you. And so you don't really sense anything out of place. But the two of you quickly drop off the package, and the individual stays in their seat, bidding you a good evening, and if there's nothing to be said, do you head back to the van?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. We're not gonna be wasting any time here when that thing opens.
Very good.
I'm
So-
looking at him though as I am leaving. I'm just like,
Josie just continues to watch, and
"Hi."
the individual smiles and watches you and takes a healthy drink from the wine glass. And not long after, Raksha and Josie jump back into the back of the van.
Okay, give me the heebie-jeebies. I don't like him.
I'm with you, Josie. I'm with you. I can feel it.
He'll be dead soon.
Ark, what did you say?
I told Daniel to start driving.
Oh. Alright, I guess we're out of here then. And he pulls it out of park, puts it in reverse, backs up, shifts, turns, sets it into drive.
What was that man's name? Did you recognize him?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I would recognize those loafers and scarf. I feel like I would. They were
Don't think I did.
They were not cute at all.
I don't think his name matters. At least not right now.
Especially if he's gonna be dead soon.
His name's probably gonna came up in like that list. Do they still keep that around? Don't
I
know.
think it's more like you look on Twitter and find out someone died.
Okay.
What's-
Yeah.
You're not
What's
gonna
next?
find many of our kind on Twitter.
I don't remember. Do I have a Twitter? And he just takes out his phone. Like, do I have the app?
I
No.
can make you one.
What am I gonna post on Twitter?
What's next?
Good way to promote your bar.
That is true. And I guess I can. Yeah. Okay. Right. Just help me set this up.
Are we exploding? Are we exploding the van, or going to a party, or running away?
Daniel will be able to handle the van on his own.
That's right, I'll make sure nobody finds out that we had used this van for anything. I'll be like,
Good.
it never existed.
Like,
And I think that we should leave the van separately.
How will we flee?
Or are you thinking I drop you all off in different spots, boss?
Yes, I think you should drop Sybil and Josie off a couple blocks away from her apartment, and Raksha and I off near the bar.
We're not staying like you wanted to?
I didn't get the full part of that, Shay.
We are not staying like you wanted to?
I did not want to.
as we're like pulling up, could you get like as close as possible to like the actual building itself?
Oh,
How well do you want the Camerilla to know that you're there?
No, but we could still get close.
I mean, if they know, they're gonna know soon enough that we're around. It's not like it's hard for us to like hide from Camerilla. Not like we're trying to, are we?
at the request, Daniel, you're not moving very fast. The speed limit's like 20 miles per hour in here. And he kind of regards Aldrich for a moment at the request, like, should I? I have to listen to you. He's just kind of waiting for the yay or nay on slowing down for Josie.
On slowing down?
Sorry?
You said on slowing down?
He's-
Yeah, she was asking if we could get close.
Yeah, he wants to. He's looking at you if it's okay for him to do that or keep driving.
Yes, do what Josie likes.
He kind of nods and he says,
Thanks.
"Very well, I'll make sure it happens." And as you approach the visitor center, coming down this road, it's an open area, but it looks like it's one of those that just by the very nature of a botanical garden, there are bushes and flower arrangements and different places to hide. But the area is pretty well populated. There's quite a bit of security. There are folk who are obviously fellow kindred that are mingling and being sociable, not maintaining social distancing at all. There's definitely more than 6 of them there.
Oh no.
Yeah. No. This is an alternate world. The virus does not exist. Oh man, could you imagine the vampires getting sick with this thing? Or getting it from drinking the blood? But it looks like the amount of people here is pretty sizable. But there would be places for Josie to attempt to sneak up if she so desired.
Oh no, I'm gonna be in the back of the van. As we get close, I'm gonna open the door and as hard as I can, throw one of these spray paint cans at the building.
Oh. Okay.
Do you have any more? Do you have any more cans?
It's not gonna matter in a minute.
Yeah, no, that's...
I'm gonna throw one.
Okay. So... yeah, all the more reason then. Daniel definitely brings the vehicle to a slow crawl, and as it, of course, stands out as a nondescript white van moving through this area, when he gets it slow enough, there's a prime opportunity for Josie to try and huck this can. And so, why
Keep
don't...
in mind, Josie's hair is long right now.
Mm-hmm.
You need
Also,
help?
before this, I want to have activated my unseen passage.
Okay, so Aldrich disappears from view, meaning perfectly still. So this is gonna be... oh, and he gets slightly hungrier for it. Alright.
Yep.
Let me get that strength athletics as you huck this paint can.
I couldn't argue that as acrobatics, right?
You need some help? I can help you.
I mean, give me the reason why it would be acrobatics.
There's no acrobatic skill.
It's my specialty
Yeah.
for athletics.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it is throwing.
No,
and it's...
I mean, I can't think of an argument, so
Your
Yeah,
best
just-
I
argument.
to do like a flip outside of the van and throw it, but I don't think.
I
I
mean,
can.
you're hanging outside the van.
That's not really very coordinated if you did that.
Yeah. No, I
Um,
know. I was just double checking to see if I needed to explain it, but I can't explain it.
You throw it like a baseball. Yeah, like a
Yeah.
baseball, which means that's like an athletic thing.
Yep,
Could
go
be,
ahead.
I mean.
I literally just picture throws open the door and then chucks it.
Yep, huck it away, please.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Not a critical, but it's 4 successes. Alright.
You
So,
hit the broadside of a building.
yeah, and you...
I wanted to hit a build. I was aiming at the building so it would hit it and then
See.
explode.
I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping for a bestial so that you could beam a Ventru right in the face with the can.
Oh, that would be so great. It's like freaking knock someone out with a spray can.
It's like you just clocked the Ventru Primogen before this van speeds off, and it's like Josie has made an enemy this day.
okay.
Good old fuck you.
Yeah.
It's okay, I have long hair.
It was so close to 9 out of 10.
Yeah, it was so close. Did you want a willpower? No, you can't willpower the hunger die. Did you want a willpower? I suppose I should ask.
Sure, because that is this is my
Gotta remind you that you always have that option, and as it should be a good storyteller, always giving you the opportunity.
Well, this is my desire, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, one extra success.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, Josie, not only do you hit the broadside of a building, but you're able to get it in a prime spot where it's going to make an impression. And you huck it, and we'll say... Let's see here. 91. So, you managed to grab, like, a neon green can. I just rolled randomly to determine a color. You managed to grab like a neon green spray, and when you hucked it, well, it wasn't necessarily like a broad wall on this botanical garden because it's not actually shaped in like a classic barn fixture. It's got very angular features and pillars, but you managed to clip one of these pillars from your throw, and it's part of the way in there, just a little past the main entrance, and not necessarily on the center of this this floor where all of the kindred are. It is within a good proximity to crack and rupture and release all of that compressed air and spray in a manner that it starts to spin. And as it spins, it sprays out this neon green paint, and there is very much an uproar. And Daniel takes that as the cue and says, time to get the fuck out of here. And he puts it into gear, and you guys are on the road before anybody really makes note of your presence outside of the speeding away of a white van.
And then the engine on this 30-year-old car gives out.
Imagine how many thousands of dollars was wasted on the dresses that got hit by the spray.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's boring.
Hold on. There's
When
only a
that
handout for Daniel.
happens-
How many dots would you say Daniel has in the drive ability?
It'd be one of his higher abilities.
One of his higher abilities. Good to know. Now that I have to make a check.
When that happens, I'm going perfectly still and, excuse me, wall attack. Oh, not so big wall attacks. But,
I
That
kind of want Russia to see that the spray can be thrown out, and then he just moves over to the window and then roll it down and screams out, "Yeah, suck it, Camerilla! We're here now!"
I don't know if you want to make it that, no.
Hang on, now I gotta check one more thing. Okay. Yep. The van is well onto the main road as Raksha is shouting, "Fuck you, Camerilla, we're here now." In a very open declaration.
wow.
But
Yeah.
But they're gonna know anyway.
he's a bruja, leave him alone. This is what they do.
He just sits down and then
I
he's
didn't
so
buy
loud.
another jacket.
Yeah.
He's so altering the size, and he's like, "What? Well, you're gonna know anyway." And plus, I just can't help it, you know. I just get excited. I haven't done a lot of action tonight, other than just carrying those things around.
It's not a leather jacket, but it is a leather sleeveless jacket. Is that leather or is it denim? Might be denim.
It's faux leather.
That's still very rebel. But yeah, so you all have hit the road, and no, the engine does not blow out on the vehicle. Daniel's drive check is good enough to keep it running, even on fumes. But as you're driving, Daniel very much does keep his eye on the rear view mirrors. And after about 5 or 10 minutes, he says, "No tails."
Oh, that's too bad.
Good.
Perfect.
Now we should ditch the van fast.
Right, dropping you all off first. And so he heads to Josie's apartment complex first. He parks about 3 blocks away, 2 north, 1 east of the apartment complex, pulls down an alley and looks, and he says, "Alright, girls, this is where you get out. You guys can either chill for the night or catch up at the getaway." Something scratched in there? That's fine.
I mean, doesn't matter to me. I told Carmen I was gonna go watch a show with her, so... Sybil, if you want to join, I'll give you some finger paints or you can go back to the place.
Okay.
It was an or question, but I assume that means you're following. But Josie would go to the front and say, "Thanks, Daniel," and ruffle his hair, and then squeeze Aldrich's cheek, and then leave.
I'm invisible.
Never
Yes.
mind.
I mean,
Just
Sybil
there.
can squeeze his cheek. She knows where he is.
I hope you get back before we all die.
Also, Josie probably didn't squeeze the right cheek, since she can't see. Yeah.
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 She just reached over to try and find where he was. Just smacks him in the face.
Yeah. Just gives a good bonk. And so...
I take 1 superficial damage.
Yo, no.
and then explodes.
I just smash your head into the window by accident. Oops, sorry.
And then the van is back into gear, heads down the eastern road, and before long, 2 blocks away from the Velvet Getaway, he pulls the vehicle over and he says, "Alright, boss, I'll catch up with you all. Probably not come back tonight. I'll see you at dusk."
Alright, make sure you message me if there's any trouble.
Will do.
Have a good night, Daniel.
You too. Don't shout any more expletives. You never know who's watching.
Yes, thanks for the reminder. I'll try to keep it down.
You have a preference where I drop this?
As long as it doesn't get traced back to us.
Nods.
Voice of Sybil in the ocean.
In the ocean. He's like,
The
yeah,
box isn't in it anymore. You don't have to throw it in the ocean.
I had an idea. Sybil acted as a bit of inspiration, and he does. He heads off to go dump the van in the ocean.
Well, there's one thing.
And I'm going to stay invisible until we get back to the getaway.
So Aldrich, you're walking more or less alone back to the Velvet Getaway then. Do you try to talk to Aldrich while he's invisible?
Yeah.
I assume that's a no.
No.
Alright.
Yeah, it's just not like, it's like, okay, you want to be alone? Fine. You're invisible, so I guess that means you're not up for talks. Plus, I'm gonna look like a weirdo if I'm talking to the thing.
And so what does the rest of the evening look like for the two at the Velvet Getaway?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch that show that Josie told me about, and I'm also gonna look around Twitter, and I'm gonna turn to like Aldrich sometimes and be like, "Hippo, is that even a compliment or is that like an insult? I still don't get it."
Night is spent trying to find
I
some-
don't know.
Give me
Hippo.
give me a quick roll here, Raksha. I want from you a technology plus intelligence for trying to track down Top Chef.
Okay.
One bestial success. You don't find Top Chef. It's probably about 12:30 at night now, and as you're searching, you don't even find the Food Network channel. Instead, you come across whatever channel it is that Cake Boss is being run on.
This cake is awesome.
And it's close enough. It's close enough to what you were hoping to find, but now you feel a stirring from within you. The beast has taken an interest in this individual who calls himself the Cake Boss, and you're going to be obsessed with the idea of fondant for at least a little while.
He has a crush on someone in the.
Yeah, your beast has fallen for the Cake Boss.
Oh.
No, you're just obsessed with fondant. Although, I mean, hey, maybe the Cake Boss is Raksha's type of man, but I mean, you decide.
What does he look like?
The new show.
He's a pretty handsome Italian man. Not gonna lie, like.
You can't me on the Cake Boss.
Yeah.
Well, it's your. Okay then.
Like,
Hey, Aldrich, I think I have fallen. I think I'm on another man crush.
Yeah, that is like for an older gentleman who makes a living, you know, making and eating food. He's handsome.
And hey, I do like cakes.
Yeah, all the cakes you could. I mean, there you go. Ah, TLC. That's what Cake Boss is on. So yeah, you don't even come close to the Food Network, but you end up on TLC. And there you go. This is the image that convinces you that he'll be your himbo.
Oh, that's a huge hot dog. Wait.
It's all cake too. It's all cake.
Wait, that's just like it's like Raksha just looks at the hot dog. It's like, ooh, that's a huge hot dog. Wait a second, that's a cake.
That's a cake. Yeah.
Where's the cream?
Everything I do is a lie.
And you see this image and you get really jealous. It is sending right now. No, it's in the process of sending. It's not the one I just sent.
Oh, it's not the lewd cannoli.
No,
Okay.
this is a different one. He gets jealous from this. Come on, buddy. Come on.
Oh,
you
there
go.
it is. You only roast the ones you love.
I feel like Raksha doesn't have any much like self-control over what he says. So whenever Aldrich is around, it's like when he watches, it's like, man, I wish I was that cake. Wait. Yeah.
There's Aldrich sitting
On that
next to him
note-
like, what?
I'm gonna go hunting now.
Alright, so you're gonna go hunting. What does Aldrich's hunt look like?
Well, normally he has his herd, but we haven't gotten to set that up yet.
Ah, yes, you haven't set up your herd. So, how would you like to
So-
go about hunting?
I think I'm actually going to go Sandman on this. Try to find someone that's asleep and feed off of them.
Alright. Give me a particular area. Are you breaking into a house, looking for homeless?
One of the apartments near the bar. Our domain.
Alright. Then just give me a wits plus investigation to start scoping an area out. It's not going to be too hard to find a place, but being a discernible kindred, you probably have some limitations on what you want. So we'll narrow it down and find that perfect target. And you pick a spot. You find that one of the apartments does have a ground floor domicile that has a window open to let in some of the cool night air. And how do you go about getting inside after locating this window?
Stealthfully.
Alright, let's get a stealth and dexterity, please.
And I also have a specialty in urban stealth.
With no points in... Oh, that's Raksha that I'm looking at. I was like, and no points in stealth. That's scary. Alright, yeah, that's...
No, I have points in stealth.
Yeah, that's the wrong person.
I have a specialty, for God's sake.
Let's see it. Let's see that it rolls.
2 successes, that is what we need for our domain.
And it is in the area, so you have no trouble finding this person, biting down. But do you have a moment of weakness and drain them?
I am at 4 hunger.
You are. So why don't we have a roll? That would be a frenzy roll?
Frenzy.
Yeah. At 4 hunger, as soon as you bite down into the flesh and you start to draw in that life-giving vitae, do you resist the urge to go any further than slaking the
I'll
hunger?
try.
Yes. Kill, 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 kill.
2 successes.
2 successes. Remind me how that one works for you then. Frenzy. I didn't get my book open in time. Are you good with that?
2 successes.
Yeah. You would know better than I would at this point. My vampire book isn't open.
Yes.
What's that?
I think that's enough to resist.
Okay. For tonight, we'll say that it is, because I wasn't ready with that information. So, yeah, how many dots are you going to slake then?
I'm going to go 2 for now. I don't want to kill anyone yet.
Fine. Alright. And so you take off 2, drop down to 2. And are you ready to leave?
Yes, I don't want to stick around and get caught.
And since it's the second episode, I'll go ahead and assume that you are closing the wound behind you.
Yes, of course.
Okay. That will be something I check. So if you
Okay.
if you don't say it for everybody, if you don't say it, I will treat it as if there was a lapse in judgment. Because that
Alright,
is,
I'll keep that in mind.
yeah, because that is a thing that could happen if you don't do it. There might be a chance somebody will find it. Anywho. Oh no, did he actually do that, Kay? Oh no.
No, he didn't. So the funny thing is, the video is like press. They're like coming up like trying to get him to answer questions, and then you just hear one lady go, "Buddy, did you tell cops you can't arrest me? I'm the cake boss." And it's the funniest video. Not funniest. It's just when you watch it for the first time and don't expect it. It's just hilarious.
I feel like I don't know if this happens, but I want to think that it happens. Like Raksha just tells Josie about it from like DM Twitter her like, hey, there's this guy named Betty Follows her, and then she just gives him this video, and then he's like in the real life he's like under his breath like, oh, say yes please, you own that line, Mr. Buddy.
You own that line, say yes. All right.
He is your Anarch. He is your rebel god now.
I'm definitely not taking notes on this to use as ammo against Raksha later. Poor.
Oh no,
poor
it's gonna
Raksha.
meet Mr. Buddy, and it's gonna be a tornado.
I have to. It's a rule in this game to use everything you love against you. But we'll draw into our break with the conclusion of Aldrich feeding, and we'll touch on what Josie and Sybil do when we get back. So everybody, 5 minutes, give or take, a little bit longer if you need it, but try not to wander away for too long, and we'll be back shortly with more.
I have leftover food that I'm gonna heat up, but it shouldn't be too long. So.
Yeah, we've got ribs that have been sitting on the warmer too, so I'm gonna go nosh those.
These guys are not my friends. I have failed every rouse check so far.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I'm just eating right here.
Huh?
I'm just gonna be eating right here, so don't mind me.
Same. I casually. It's like a tank
I've
top,
not
right?
taken a single rouse check.
This doesn't look too like bad, right? This looks like a tank top. Yes.
Yeah, it looks like a tank top.
Okay, it's sports bra. So it's really hot in here. But I didn't.
Yeah,
want
it's 100
people on
degrees
the-
here.
Yeah, I didn't want people on the stream to be like, "Oh my god, what's she wearing?" I don't think anyone will, but.
It'd be really funny if the audio was still on.
I know.
I'm really glad I only have one ability that forces me to make a rouse check.
That one doesn't. Oh, that one does. Oh wait. I should have made one for when I made my nails longer. I'll do that now. Rouse check, yep. Okay, I succeeded, so.
You asshole.
What'd you say?
You asshole.
You know, I was like, oh wait, I forgot that I did activate that power. I saw no roll needed, but it was saying no skill check is required to activate it. You still need to roll to rouse.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey guys, we're back.
Hey.
Hey. Who's not here? Everybody's here. Sweet. What you got, Kay?
Leftover ramen.
Ooh, with a
From
spoon?
my favorite ramen shop.
Oh, okay, so
I was eating the pork.
Gotcha. So we'll pull this back, and there we are.
I could do some ramens right now. I miss eating ramen now, ever since the quarantine.
Yeah, there
Yeah, no,
was.
luckily,
We don't have any ramens that you can just take out, like instant ramen. We have like instant noodles, but that's it. Not ramen.
And this shop is doing like takeout orders. So luckily we go here all the time, and it's only back home like where my parents live. So I was like, I definitely need to get it before I go back to school.
There was a new ramen place that opened up in Phoenix. And it was okay. And then the quarantine hit, and it was like, well, I guess I'm not getting any more of that.
Yeah, no, this ramen is like probably like I literally cannot eat any other type of ramen because it doesn't compare to this one. Like, this ramen has ruined shitty ramen for me.
Nice. Speaking of ruining things for other people, Josie and Sybil, was there anything in particular you wanted to get done this night, or would we be free to progress?
I mean, unless Sybil wanted to hunt, I was going to go over to Carmen's and then probably set up some figure painting back in my apartment for Sybil.
Yeah, and why I'm finger painting, I put my little, I put my earphones in, and I set my phone to listen to whatever news channel has emergency stuff on it.
Okay.
That's what I listen to.
Alrighty. So with that being said, is Carmen the type of individual that Josie would feed on?
No.
No. So then, is there anything that would happen during that night while watching Top Chef?
No.
All
We
right.
just watched Top Chef.
Very good. Then I'm going to take the opportunity to progress time forward. Nothing of interest has happened in 2 weeks. Aldrich has had time to go and set up his herd and his own establishment. A place where ministry folk can do their ministry things. And the rest of you have settled into getting accustomed to life in Vancouver. There hasn't been much going on. No news of the sudden death of hundreds of people within a 5-mile vicinity of Van Dusen Botanical Garden, or any whispers of dead homeless washing ashore alongside a wrecked white van. Nothing comes up. But during those 2 weeks, you all have had time to... Excuse me. You all have had time to fall into routines. And so, after 2 weeks, you all meet back up at the Velvet Getaway. It's here that you all make your haven, where you meet to discuss plans going forward. And that is what's on the table tonight. What is it exactly that you all want to be doing now that you have your first foot, as it were, in the door of Vancouver?
I will say, not really related, but related at the same time. It's related to the Haven. I did put one of my dots that I was trying to figure out where to put them after I changed into the luxury one, to help out with that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was, during those 2 weeks, I would have redone the basement and made it a nicer sleeping quarters for everyone.
Siri, turn the lights on. Are the lights on?
That's not the way Siri works.
Oh.
In fact, the lights do not come on at Siri's behest.
Why isn't Siri?
It's okay. Siri still likes you.
Okay. As long as she likes me.
Raksha, is the bar up and running during the late
Yep.
hours?
It is up and running in 2 weeks. So, yeah.
And so where do you all meet? Do you meet on the common area, mixed in with the kind? Or do you have a back room set aside for all of you to discuss your plans for the evening while Raksha flits in and out of the bar?
Russia probably has like like a private area, like a private bar area. It's just for people who wants to like have like a reserved place for a drink, like parties and all that stuff.
Some private booths?
So, yeah, private booths like that, yeah.
And does Raksha have any help, or is he soloing the bar?
No, he's soloing the bar.
All right.
So there's a good crowd in the bar at the moment?
How populated in terms of popularity, not necessarily a number, would you say the bar is right now, Raksha?
Yeah, it's probably only popular to like several people, because I can assume that there's other shops too nearby, and Raksha isn't really trying to compete too. He's just like, hey, at least business is flowing, so.
So the Velvet Getaway serves as a hole-in-the-wall bar. There's roughly only 7 kind humans within the bar at this time, 3 of which all congregate around their own table. Hipsters by the looks of them. Thick-rimmed sunglasses, tribly hats, scarves, assorted colored knee socks, and other accoutrement that goes with the stereotypical northwestern scene. Probably some dyed hair mixed in, accentuated beards, the lot. The others sit to themselves, older folks, people who are able to scrounge up enough money to drink their nights away. But outside of that, there's no one of real interest as Raksha mans the bar himself, topping people off at request. What is it? Oh, go ahead.
I do want to add something, because it's up to you if this person comes to, but like Raksha has this human regular, like I told you before in the session 0, Valentine Garan, the ones who's like a human regular that Raksha comes to know, and pretty close, because he's always been listening to this guy's problem all night.
And were they given a name?
Huh?
Were they given a name?
Yeah, Valentine Garan.
Okay, so it is that one. Okay. Valentine is here. They're up at the bar casually chatting with Raksha while drinking. They probably prefer a good scotch.
Yeah, that's it.
Stroll on in.
And Josie, the first to arrive, strolls into the bar.
Hey.
Oh, hey, Josie. Nice night tonight, eh?
Yeah. Josie would sit next to this Valentine guy and look at Raksha and say, "Get me your finest."
Just finest drink then?
Why not? And I
Ah.
think of life.
Alright. Just goes over. Just feels like a cup with like a blood bags in hiding. Okay, here you go. One of the specials tonight.
What's
So
been up recently?
I've been watching a lot of Cake Boss, and yeah, I've just been into this one guy, you know. I just don't know, something about him. There's something in me.
Way he squeezes that icing out of it.
He makes good cake. He's a nice guy, and hey, I'm always up for hanging around a gentleman myself. There's not a lot around here.
Man crush.
Yep, I do have a man crush. One.
Well, we'll have to see. I'll keep an eye out to see if he's doing any shows here anytime soon.
Thank you, man. I'm having a hard time with all my man crushes. First The Rock, and then Vin Diesel, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger. God damn.
He has a type, and then Cake Boss.
Oh. So you like a variety of men.
Yep, that's kind of my thing. You know, back then it's not really that accepted. Hey, good thing I'm living in it's living in an age where it's yeah. Can't believe it.
Valentine kind of nods. I hear that. He clinks your glass, Josie.
Oh, me?
Asking Valentine.
Oh.
What'd you ask?
How's he been? I feel like I've seen him like once.
You might have seen him before. He's at the bar, if the bar is open.
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, I'm fine, Josie. Thank you for asking. You wouldn't want to hear about my problems anyways. They're not very interesting.
Yeah, probably not.
But since you asked... Well... and he does...
It reminds me of that fight of like someone's going, hey, do you want to talk about your problem? No. And then someone else like, I do. Yeah, I know. I'm sad. I know, buddy.
I think about the time I would walk in, but like I get out of I probably get out of the Uber carefully, and I found a stick somewhere, and I don't know if this stick is a sword cane or not, but it's definitely a cane, and I count up to 17 before I feel the door, and I open the door, and then I just use the stick to count more steps as I'm learning the area. And that's all I'm doing. I'm listening in to everyone, but I'm also just learning the area.
There's a long series of taps outside of your bar, Raksha. It has to start over every time somebody tries to come in or out of the bar. But after a while, there's enough taps. And Sybil has joined the bar.
Oh, Sybil, you finally arrived. I would have assumed you'll be going in with, Aldrich.
I think he's still outside. I don't know.
It's alright, just come in and sit down.
Aldrich should be in the bar already. He stays there.
Oh yeah, Aldrich stays there. Forgot. Well, you having any drinks tonight, Sybil?
I'm 14.
Well, it's not like I can, make you a juice or anything.
I like juice.
Alright.
I want juice box.
Hmm?
Juice box. I want it in a box. Put it in a box.
Alright. Alright, juice box it is. And then Russia goes to the back just to grab like a juice box that he stashed around and then just give it to Sybil. Here you go. Grape flavored. It's actually just blood inside.
I go sit in a random stall, a random booth that I can find.
Can you find your way to the booth?
That's why it's random.
No, like, no, like, can you
Who
find
kn-
the
I might sit in a closet. We don't know.
You're gonna hit the table. Alright.
What are Valentine's problems? Just so I have an idea about what I was just told.
No, his dog died last week. It was run over by a car that happened to be the Hirsch that was carrying his passed away grandmother who died the week before.
Oh my god. Jeez.
Is this just the world's saddest man?
He's a very sad man.
He's actually a pity vampire. They're the most common kind of vampires in what we do in the shadows.
He's an energy vampire.
He's an energy vampire.
See, he's one of us, guys.
Like, is that where you got it from? Because that was what I was picking up.
No.
Okay.
That's all right. But yeah, he is just loading up the sad on you.
And Joe's just like, yeah. That sucks, bro. Sorry, man.
That's awful. I feel for you. Great. Can I go now?
I would like to insight check his tone of voice as I'm sitting down somewhere around the bar.
Alrighty.
Nope.
You're inside a closet, so you
Yep.
you insight the coats, and you definitely don't get anything weird off of them.
So, do you know where Eldrick is?
He's downstairs, probably. I mean, he's
Alright.
busy. If you want to check up on him, go ahead.
Yeah, I was planning on it. She was already getting up and leaving this guy as he's rambling to her.
Oh, and then Russia like, oh, Josie. Just, I almost forgot. You look great tonight. Keep that look up.
Thanks. How would you describe, like, what word would you describe my greatness?
I'd say, you know,
It's purple.
my bar looks pale compared to you, and honestly, I feel like you need to do more redesign on this place, just to make it as good as you.
You're definitely hot.
Thanks.
I wish that my ex-wife was as attractive as you had been, but she put on a lot of weight after our stillborn child. He just goes back to his drinks.
Alright, buddy? Alright, I'm here, buddy. I'm here. I'm
So-
listening to you.
Well, I'm single. And wink, and then we leave. She doesn't actually want to date him.
Alright.
Their dog this week, it died too.
I was thinking about getting another puppy, but they said I was at my quota for the allotted quota for the month, so I just went back home. So the four of you have gathered where Aldrich is hanging out. Aldrich, were you doing anything in particular at the time?
He was probably talking to one of his contacts about procuring blood.
And what's the name of this contact?
I did not think of a name.
Well, let me
John
make one
Johnson.
for you. Are they living or dead?
That is a good point.
Yay, I got it out of my tooth.
I'm gonna say yes, they are living, and they probably think I'm doing like black market blood trades between hospitals. Probably like a nurse in one of the hospitals around here.
And his name is John Johnson.
People who name their children that are just terrible.
Let's see here. I'm trying to just find a good name that works. Oh, these all suck. I don't like that either.
Is it a guy or a girl?
To be determined. Oh, you know what? Wow, that's very basic. Alright, this one actually came up as a nurse, too. Alright, so your contact's name is Mil Luca. Milluca.
Are they male or female?
Roll a d3. Male.
Alright.
Yeah. Mill is short for Miller. Their father was an alcoholic. Probably Aldrich's fault.
I mean,
You own a bar, that's why I'm blaming you, not actually Aldrich's fault. But yeah, no, their name is Mil Luca. They are a nurse at the blood bank, and they definitely get paid under the table to make them disappear. You probably had direct interactions with them, so you would know that they're of Spanish descent, thin. They have a distinct scar on the lower left cheek that they jokingly told you was from a knife fight.
what do I know?
Hmm?
Do I know what it's actually from?
Did you inquire enough to ask?
I mean, I'm very good at digging into secrets.
Would you like to dig?
Of course.
Alright, well then, you're going to do an investigation, but you tell me what other trait roll you want to put in to justify your digging.
Probably manipulation.
Alright. So you're just going to coerce it out of him. You're not going to dig behind his back or anything. I like it.
Oh, yeah. This isn't important enough to actually go out and do things outside of this conversation.
Fair enough. Roll away.
Wow, these dice...
Hey, how'd you get that scar for real?
Yeah, you come on a bit aggressive with the, Oh, do you want to re-roll any of that?
Well, I don't think it would matter since I did get the messy crit.
But you could
What
make
you're
it...
saying, more successes would lessen it?
I'm like, but you could make it so much worse. No, it's fine. You come across quite aggressive in your questioning, the kind of aggressive that seems like you are a bit nosier, and so it's put them a bit on edge. Like, they initially thought you might have been a cop, so they weren't giving you as much blood as you need. Whether they're making an excuse or just kind of holding out, but they're like, okay, I can only supply you with, you want like 10 bags, so they can only get you 6, so they're holding back their supply from you because this initial digging, but you do end up finding out, and the truth of it is it was a motorcycle accident when they were a kid. They use the knife fight thing to sound cool, but it really just sounds very arrogant.
I mean, to be fair, a motorcycle accident isn't uncool.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. But if they say knife fight it, yeah.
Oh, that shit, man.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so I'm going to make a tab for them so I don't forget their name. Alright, so everybody's gathered up. This is your guys' time to talk and plan and get stuff going here.
Alright, good, everyone made it.
Of course, I never miss you.
So, I think we need to find out about the hierarchy around here. The prince, the sheriff, the primogen.
Hey, storyteller.
Yes.
Would I have picked up any of that from my previous companions?
Sorry?
Would I have picked up any of that information from my previous companions?
Oh, I understand what you're asking. Hold on. Yeah, you would, in fact, know any of that information. Now, if you know it off the top of your head as Sybil, you can tell them. Because you're a Malkavian, so I'm going to let it play off of your character memory if you actually remember any of it.
The sheriff is mean and fast.
I didn't get any of that.
Stage Whisper.
The sheriff is mean and fast. She's Alexa, like the machine. They have 4 Marischal. I don't know them. And I imagine like I'm drawing as I'm doing this. Probably with crowns or something. The prince is the rose.
That's a good-looking drawings there.
What did I draw?
A rose.
Yeah, rose. Well, Aldrich, you got any plans for that?
Well, we could try to dig in and see if we can find anyone that's not happy with the current. And the barons told us to look after someone called Mr. Satin at a bar. Would you know about that, Raksha?
Well, Raksha knows about this. Storyteller.
You can certainly make a check. Find out what you know.
Alright, what's the check?
What do you feel would be appropriate for gathering information on another barkeeper? Definitely.
Streetwise.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It wouldn't tie into black market though, but you can do a. I feel for you, you probably do a lot of talking, so do charisma and streetwise, please.
Alright. Ooh. Bada bing, bada boom.
This is some bullshit.
I just. Wow! Wasn't expecting that.
He got a crit, so that's 6 successes.
I know, he's... Raksha, your time in Vancouver especially has told you that, in asking around a little bit for clubs run by anyone by the name of Mr. Satin, nothing comes up, but one person in particular is like, Satin, no, there isn't anybody that on the streets here goes by that name. There's a Mr. Velvet, though. Velvet's kind of like Satin, is that what you meant?
Not exactly, but...
Oh. Well, Mr. Velvet is a very enigmatic man. You only ever hear about him operating his club at night. It's this weird place called Nosferatu. I think it's one of those themed places. You know, you dress in black leathers, you know, that sort of thing. It's a weird place, so real nightlife sort of scene.
Oh, well, thank you for letting me know that. Enjoy your night. And then just gonna relay that information to Haltrick. It's like, okay, so there's this guy who owns a, I guess a bar named Nosferatus, and I guess we know who owns this place.
Who owns this place?
It's definitely a Nosferatu. It's in the pun. I understand pun.
I understand.
That would line up with what the Baron said.
Yeah, I agree.
Strange, this guy doesn't. The owner isn't called Mr. Sadness. He's called Mr. Velvet, which I should be called. Honestly.
Better watch out. He might come take over.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
You stole his name? He's gonna kill you.
Better watch out.
I'm not. I don't think I'm the one who should be watching out. I think he should be the one watching out.
If we want him on our side.
Yeah.
Shouldn't burn any bridges yet.
No.
Alright, so that's that. What's the plan now, Aldrich?
So we could head there tonight.
I know he's like a smooth talker, but like I might have plans too.
Then feel free to share.
Well, I mean, I was thinking like, are we gonna like, I assume, because it seems like the way you are, take things like one step at a time and see where it goes, or think of the overall plan first? Like, what sort of theme of overtaking do we want to go with? Do we want to go with, like, collapse from the inside out, outside in? Do we want to blackmail? Do we want to corrupt? Do we want to replace officials with people who are on our side? You know, that sort of thing. Or do we just want to go in guns blazing? I personally like that option, but it doesn't always work.
Hey, I like that option too. Guns blazing. Hell, let's just throw their bodies to the ground. Throw their ashes around.
I mean, if that's the plan you two want to go with, I will probably set out.
No, we need everything.
You can find another heavy hitter besides me.
No.
It's I mean, as much as we like to do that, I'm okay with another plan.
Yeah,
I'm not
I mean,
that
like,
picky.
I like going in guns blazing, but I'm smart enough to know that it's not the best option.
We'd at least need allies in the city.
Yeah, and maybe we could do the replace officials one. I do like that. More people of ours disguised as people of theirs.
Story
So
time.
when
Quick question. Kind of playing off of what I asked before. Would I know how the previous war just went?
No.
Okay. That's all.
Alright.
So they said that Velvet might be sympathetic to us. It might be worth checking out and seeing if we can get him on side.
Right? I mean, you'd obviously be the one doing the talking.
Yeah, I'll do this our talker here. I'm not much of a talker.
I'm a talker. I'm just not a smooth talker. I sort of go in and I'm just like, hey, are you on our side? I don't really know how to put it into conversation without making it obvious, so.
Yeah.
Josie, do you think you'd be able to find any sympathetic anarchs hiding out in the city?
Yeah, I could try.
So that's something for you to work on in the coming nights.
Do you want me to help?
I mean, you can come with me and let me know and sort of maybe help out discern the mortals from non-mortals. That'd be helpful.
I would like to focus a premonition.
All right.
Particularly, I want to. Actually, I don't know if. Let me read this real quick. Is it possible to use premonition to pick up any knowledge on anarchs within the city?
You
Just
need a
who-
subject,
Okay.
and we don't have any anarchs besides the ones here.
Should I focus on Mr. Velvet?
To him.
I mean, all
He's
you,
not here.
he's not there, and all you have is a name to go on, so
Okay.
it wouldn't work.
Alright, still learning these powers. Second game.
Good. But yeah, I can go about and look to see if I can bring out any. I do know someone that was wrongly accused in this city, and I feel like there are people that are probably mad about that. I can go about and try and find those. They're of my clan, at least. I would think.
Gangrels did leave the Camerilla for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight's business, I think we should move out as a group and speak to this Mr. Velvet. I had Daniel get us a personal vehicle.
Ooh, what kind? Fancy?
Yes, very curious. What kind?
Simple SUV.
Wow.
Nothing like obviously indiscreet like the van, but nothing over the top.
So, someone doesn't live the life of luxury like our last vehicle-toting. All right, simple SUV.
Nope, this is not my city.
Desra's so disappointed.
Yeah, I am slightly disappointed. Yes, you are. Daniel is waiting outside. Aldrich, you know that he managed to pick you up a Honda CR-V. No, a Ford Escape.
Or Escape.
Yep. Sorry, that's what Shay drives. So.
That's what I drive.
It's like, yeah, that counts as an SUV. And you got a Ford Escape. All
Any
right.
objections?
No, I agree. I think it's good.
All right, we will
Go
head to
tonight
Goth's
and then-
Ratu.
Go
You're
together tonight.
you're just committed to Luke not being here and having to do something with him. Let's do it.
You're the one that brought up the plot point.
I did because I was allowed to have him be a plot point. You just didn't have me get him ready for tonight. I don't think he's around. Let's see if
He
it's...
also doesn't have Velvet doesn't actually have to be there tonight either.
Oh, that's fair. Actually, let me make a roll here. Let's see. No. Okay. Cool. So, meeting has broken. You all are heading to the front of the bar. Hey, so, Raksha, you're planning to leave for the night, but there are still people in your bar.
Hmm. You see, this is a thing. When I feel like when Aldrich is like telling us that we're planning to like look into this guy, Rasha is gonna be like, whoa, maybe tomorrow, you know, because I have this, I have the bar open tonight, and I can't really just leave all nilly-willy unless you got like someone to man the bar for me, maybe one of your trolls.
Daniel's like, I'm driving.
I can drive.
No.
I can serve.
I mean, I can drive. For real.
I can bartend.
No, you don't.
I'm 14. That's old enough.
There is a very easy solution to this problem as well. We'll just
it's closing the bar, but then again.
No, not that one, because that requires you having to tell all these people to get the hell out.
Oh.
But I'm gonna see which of the other coterie members makes the suggestion.
So we light it on fire.
No.
So we paint it blue.
That's not helping, Sybil.
So you ghoul a patron.
Josie, you got any ideas?
Possibly call up some people to see if they could help out.
You got any friends who can help out? I mean, I don't know a lot of people around here who can.
I wouldn't really
No.
call them. They're not that
People.
trustworthy.
Wouldn't really call them people, Josie 2020.
No, they are people. They're just. They're a little bit on the. Just saying, you might have a little bit of variation in your funds for the night.
Variation for you. Can you be straight?
They might take some money, maybe some alcohol.
God, that kind of people. Okay, how about this? You come in.
Payment for the night?
I'll give them a drink. And I'll give them payment. Just to ensure that they don't touch anything else. It's something that we agreed on.
Daniel
How about
Daniel finally chimes in and goes, Raksha, are you suggesting that you hire somebody else to work at your bar?
Just for the night. It's nothing. I mean, just for tonight. Hopefully, just for tonight.
What about when you have to go out later? You're gonna have to go out later.
No, if that's so, I'm gonna have the bar closed instead of all. I mean, I wasn't expecting us to go anywhere tonight. I was just thinking that we're gonna be like.
You
know.
won't expect it later. It'll happen. I've seen it.
Oh, what time is what time in game right now? Is
It's
it
about-
like still in?
It's still early evening, so it's about 9-10 o'clock.
We don't.
Unless you hire someone, the bar will explode.
How about this? How
I'm gonna
about
start
this?
taking notes down. Hold on.
Oh my god!
I
Not
mean,
my bar.
I can go ahead and call up my criminal contacts
Oh god.
and tell them I have a
Wait.
job for them to run a bar. And they'll get payment out of it.
If you hire them, they'll all die, but the bar won't explode.
Sybil, that's not reassuring, but okay. Thank you.
Raksha, we don't have to go out tonight.
I mean, I could go out tonight. I mean, it's still early in the evening, so maybe around 12 midnight. I can close up shop around midnight.
If,
And I'll just close up shop around
Or
3.
I could just
Not
call
too.
up my people.
There's
You don't-
currently a whale visible from the shore in the bay.
right.
That's
If you don't mind me giving a bit of input, why don't you call the bar?
That's right.
Do we
They have
the
those.
number?
I take out my phone and say, Siri, call Nosferatu.
Yeah, I couldn't get anything from that. That goes to your contacts.
Yeah. Siri says, I'm sorry, I can't find any contacts for Nosferatu.
Well, it's either the criminals or I'm closing down the bar around midnight. And honestly, I think I'm just gonna go with the closing down shop at midnight because criminals, you know, as much as I don't mind them around my bar, I don't trust them with my bar. I hope
They
you find
wouldn't
this.
steal your stuff.
That's
Just
still gonna
your
affect.
money.
That's still gonna affect me. I still need money to run this place, you know. Unfortunately, I have.
We're just gonna have to wait longer then. Unless you just want to meet us there.
I mean, you guys can go ahead. Go ahead of me. I can catch up, probably.
Hey, Josie. Josie. Josie.
You're just saying my name just to say my name. But you can say it all you want. I like hearing my name.
You didn't say what. You're supposed to say what first.
I said yes.
I didn't hear you.
I also didn't hear that.
Say it again so I hear you.
Yes.
Can I can't see my phone.
What me to do?
Call Nosferatu. We're trying to call Nosferatu, right?
I will take on my phone and do it. So there's not any weird settings on because of blind settings.
Yeah, I just feel the bumps on the numbers.
And then I hand the phone to Eldrick. Once I look up the number.
Daniel, can you call the bar?
Oh, yeah, hold on. He does a quick Google search. It's not on Google. He groans. You have, like, Yellow Pages or something?
Hmm.
Actually, let's... Hold on. Strike that. Reverse. Would your Nosferatu put them on Hold on. No. Lizzie would definitely put them on social media.
That's what I was thinking. Like I looked it up like on Twitter or something like that.
Lizzie would
Like,
be the one who got the SI called on them. Yeah, she definitely posted some social media stuff for them. And he goes, huh. Okay, yeah, here we go. I found it. And so he does end up calling. What do you want me to say? There's an answering machine. People still have answering machines?
inquiry? We have a business inquiry?
Sure. And he hands the phone over to Aldrich. It's all you. Answering machine.
Hello?
Beep. They only run for 30 seconds, boss.
Give me a second, Ren. I'm trying to think.
I know. You put on the spot. It's great, isn't it?
Hello,
no.
we're interested in making a business inquiry about your establishment.
Guys, seriously, I just need a second to think.
Would we be allowed to visit at some point during the night? No, Sybil's actually saying this.
He said pause so he can think.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm feeling rushed and that's making me uncomfortable. Hello, we'd like to make a business inquiry. If it's possible, we would like to visit in the next couple of nights. Thank you very much. We are looking forward to your return call. And I hang up.
Hey, that was great, but you didn't leave a name, business, or phone number for them to call you back at.
That's because out of character, I don't have I don't have a phone number to give.
Yeah.
Well, you just say this is such and such. You can just add like this. This is such and such from the Velvet Getaway.
Yeah.
We'd like to make a business inquiry.
Yeah, so I did that.
All right. So we rewind, and Aldrich, being the perfect manipulator that he is, actually includes a name, a number, and a place for Mr. Velvet to call him back at later. Yeah. Okay. And so...
Mr. Velvet, I think it is a prank call.
Anyhoodle. So, yeah, you hang up the phone after leaving a message with Mr. Velvet. And now, what's the plan?
Do you want me to go out and try and find people, or do we still want to go somewhere all together? Oh. Or disappeared.
Oh no, he died.
I can read someone's fortune, maybe.
Oh, there he is.
Come back.
What'd you do?
The camera went down.
Goddamn camera. Goddamn Camerilla. Yes, I got into your camera feed. I'm sorry. We've been compromised. So, they were discussing...
I don't know how to do that if it's closed circuit.
Well, I mean, you don't have a Nosferatu to set up a ShrekNet for you, so... Is it ever truly closed circuit?
Yes.
Nah.
They'd have to physically tap in, which I'm sure they could do.
I mean, we're on the internet with this, so it's not that hard for them. Also,
well, I don't have...
There we go. So
I don't have any other ideas right now about what we could prepare for.
I could read someone's fortune. Maybe.
Sybil, please tell me how that would help.
You don't have to yell at me.
You wouldn't mind a fortune telling?
Well, while you guys are telling fortunes, I'll go look for some people. If you'd like.
Alright.
Cool.
Josie, so you're gonna head out of the back room.
Yeah, and I'd pull out my phone to call Sal, whatever his name is.
Wow.
To call my father.
Wow,
Not really my father,
you have max dots on your Mala and you don't even know what their name is.
I called him Father!
I'm revoking 1 dot.
His nickname is Father.
Father.
But you have to say it like that.
Father. Oh, Father. Yes, Papa.
Father. It's an inside joke between us.
Just don't call him
yeah.
Daddy. That makes him feel awkward.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why it's Father.
Don't call him Daddy. That's...
Yeah, no, that's why it's Father.
All right, so you dial Saul's number. The phone rings once, twice, third time. And then you get the message machine. How the fuck does this thing work? Is this on? Jody! Jody, is this thing on? You hear another voice in the background. Shit, it's recording. You know what to do. Leave a message.
It's me, and you still never changed that voicemail like I told you to. Yeah, we're going about trying to find some possible, as one of my crew? That's not the right word. Teammates? Yeah, I guess. Most cleverly put it. Sympathetic anarchs. And I was thinking, doing some, see if you would, know anyone I could first look at, you know, in our clan, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's really about it. Just wanted to see if you would have any leads. I mean, I'm gonna go roaming the streets to see if I find anything, but you know how I get sometimes, so it's probably best for you to call me back as soon as you can. Thanks!
And so you hang up. And you're not quite at the main door before you notice that there's a familiar-looking gentleman sitting in one of the private booths. His loafers stand out first. He's got one leg crossed over the other and is sitting in the same familiar tan suit, but the scarf has changed to a rich, deep purple color. And they're sitting and they're enjoying a drink that they had helped themselves to because there was no one behind the bar. Everybody else in the bar is given this person a wide distance. The three hipsters at the rounded table have left, and the regulars are on the other side of the bar. And they smile and they say, "Miss Jones, please, may I talk to you for a moment?"
You should walk over, but not sit down. Cross her arms and say, "What? I mean, you can talk to me, whether or not I listen."
That's all I ask.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that since you're still standing here, I can begin. I have a proposition for your... Not sure if you all would consider yourselves coterie at Camerilla business, after all. But there are other independent parties operating in Vancouver that are interested in seeing things shake up. You've already done us a favor once. We're curious if you would like to continue helping destabilize the area.
Well, I'm surely interested in it.
Good. There
How
are...
do I know? How do I know I can not trust you? Because I don't think I'll ever do that, but...
Not trusting our kind is the smartest thing you can do. And the fact that I know where your location is and where to find you without bringing the wrath of the Camerilla should be sign enough that for now you can listen to what I have to offer.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Exactly. So I believe you answered your own hypothetical.
Still not proof enough for me, but...
Well, things are changing here in Vancouver, for better or worse. Prince Sienna's grip on the city has slacked of late. Her most powerful champions are away, dealing with other problems, leaving room for those who wish to get a foothold to do so. We're interested in making contact with another such group, individuals who have been gathering at Canada Place. If you are interested in working for us, we would like you to meet with their leader, a Mr. Sullivan, young Sullivan. There's 4 of their members. They hang out at this Canada Place in the harbor. They consider it their domain. If you can get in contact with them and bring them to us, we would be appreciative of your help.
I will think about it.
That's all I ask, Miss Jones.
And if I do so happen to take you up on your offer, which I'm not saying I will, where would I find you?
Ah, yes. An important question, Miss Jones. Very
That's why
keen.
I'm asking it.
You can find us across the harbor, northern Vancouver. There is a place there where I can be found. But contact this number first. And he holds out a gloved hand and extends a card written with just a number. Once you have completed the task, if you so choose, you'll contact that number and an address will be provided. Not before.
One of those people.
One does not live as long as I have by trusting others.
So, like, stereotypical into the book. Like, oh, call this number and you'll get an address, you know?
Miss
Like
Jones.
every single crime show I've seen.
Miss Jones, are you familiar with the Inquisition?
Mm-hmm.
And so you understand that discretion is important.
Yeah.
Good. I would hope that discretion, even when making phone calls, is something that would be taken seriously.
I like pointing it out.
Well, as long as you are aware of it. Good evening, Miss Jones.
Evening. Then
Hmm.
she'd walk back to the others. Even though she said she was just gonna leave, she'd come back in. And toss the paper with the number down on the table. I didn't have to walk far. That asshole, you would remember him. Point to Raksha. With the loafers and scarf, probably the most prickiest looking person ever I have seen, was outside sitting in the bar. Seems like he helped himself to a drink.
Is this the same one I heard?
Yeah. I assume you heard him since you were there.
Did his aura change? Is he dead?
What? What's this guy again?
He basically is asking us to find these people at Canada Place. He phrased it as working for him. I don't like the way that sounds. So, like, I think we should make it clear that, like, we're not working for him, but we're working, like, with him. I don't know if that means a few punches to the face, something like that, but
You should
just saying, I
definitely
don't like
punch
the way
him.
it's worded. But basically, he wants us to keep get in contact with this guy, Sullivan, their leader, you know, that sort of thing. And then I just explain it. Because I don't want to go through the whole thing again.
Well, this guy just helped himself to a drink. I think he deserves a punch from me.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I know these guys.
I mean, if he's as stereotypical as I think he is.
If you do that, we can learn just how powerful they are by how much arm you lose.
Well, I was saying, if he's as stereotypical as I think he is, the moment we go up there, he's gonna be gone. So.
Yeah. My assumption too.
I go up there, but I don't know what direction I'm heading.
Well, what do you think, Aldrich?
I'm sorry, you do what?
I go up there, but I don't know what direction I'm heading.
Sybil runs into a wall.
I
Well,
try.
if this is leading us to people sympathetic with our cause, it would be useful to get them on side.
Yeah, they better be, because if they're one of the Camerillas who's trying to backstab us, oh, they're gonna have more than a punch from me.
Well, it was just as much of a risk for them
You're
to
gonna
come
get a
to
punch.
us.
Yes, that kind of risk is why we need people like you and Josie.
And I will gladly punch this guy if I find out he is Camerilla. I would punch him even if I didn't find out he was Camerilla, but...
If he fucks
No, no,
with
no,
us,
no,
we get to
no,
kick
no,
his
no.
ass.
No. Josie, don't punch. Just tear them apart. Feel free to tear them apart bits by bits.
That is more my thing, you know, I've
Yes.
claws, teeth, that sort of thing, yeah.
You can go ahead and tear him apart. I'm gonna bash his head till he can't breathe anymore.
Yeah, you're the puncher, I'm the ripper.
I do have some weapons in mind that I want to buy and try out, so yeah.
But let's let Eldrick.
Yeah.
But we should give them a call and see what they want help with.
He said this phone number is to call after we talk to the Canada Place people. He said explicitly, I don't think that's the word. He emphasized after we complete the task.
Did he give us an address?
Canada Place? I assume that's like an actual like place, right?
Storyteller?
Silly Josie, you're in Canada.
Well, I know that, but like,
Oh, yeah, found it.
It's on, yeah, it's on the harbor. Sorry, I just thought that was too good to pass up.
no, most definitely.
It's like, God damn it, we're in Canada. Where are we supposed to go? Yeah, Canada Place is the big, kind of like the Sydney Opera House, but it's like straight up looking vertical sail architecture of a building right on the harbor, and it just says Canada. But it's basically where the cruise ships dock and let off at the harbor.
Mm.
Yeah, they said there's this. I don't remember his full name. I just know his name. One of his names is Sullivan.
Young Sullivan.
Guy. Yayi Sullivan.
Can you spell that?
Young Sullivan. Sullivan. And it's not like Young YUN, it is literally the H category, Young and Sullivan. He might be a rapper. Notorious Young Sullivan.
I suppose we're heading there tonight then.
Well, not tonight,
Yeah.
because we are at our time limit.
Yeah,
But
In-game
yes,
tonight.
on
but
this
in-game
night,
tonight.
on this
Mhm.
night, you will all be making the plans to head to Canada Place to meet somebody who may or may not be a rapper named Young Sullivan. MC Young Sullivan.
And then at his birth astronomy symbol. Just gotta get that whole mashup in.
Yeah. Righto, but that is where we will stop for tonight, with plans of the coterie heading out to Canada Place. God, I wish they chose a different name. That feels awkward every time. Heading out to the Vancouver harbor to track down some individuals at the behest of a still unnamed man who was giving Josie orders.
I was like, oh, I should ask his name, but then it just literally slipped my mind, like, the moment after I thought that.
Twice now. Twice you've met this person and didn't ask who they were.
See, I'm just gonna play it off as Josie just doesn't think that he's important enough to know his
Gangrel. You don't have to justify it. Gangrel.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's fine. I'm just, yeah. And he also dropped some tidbit information that, once again, Gangrel. It's fine. But let's wrap it up. Let's get some outros out. And since we're heckling Kay, why don't you start for us on the outros?
Hey, it's Kay. I already sort of said some of the stuff at the beginning. But I am a cosplayer. I do RPGs. I just got my other laptop, so I'm able to actually start downloading the stuff needed because my Mac is a Mac. You know, that's all you gotta say.
Mac attack.
But so I can, I do cosplay. I am gonna start streaming soon. And you can find most of my stuff is gonna be, I usually am on Instagram, so you can either follow me at kcl.cos, KACIEL.cos, or kcl.jpeg, KACIEL.jpeg. Cos is my cosplay, JPEG is where I post me. So, yeah, there you go. Most of my handles to do with me, unless it's like personal account, has KCL and then something similar to whatever it is. So my Twitch is KCL, but they don't do dots, so it's _watch. Those sort of things, because you're watching me. But that's really it. Tomorrow is Roger's birthday, my ferret. You guys can go follow him on Instagram at RogerThatFerret. Roger is spelled R-O-G-E-R. And I will be doing a photo shoot, a little birthday photo shoot for him, so I will be posting those pictures non-stop tomorrow. It's going to be Roger Appreciation Day. He will be a year old. Make sure you tell him happy birthday. And then I'm good.
Yay, Roger. So, we'll jump over to Oren.
Hi. Yep. I'm someone, or you can call me Noah too. You can find me at Twitter at OrenRune, and also in Discord. And well, yeah, I do writing for fun, and also art too. Sometimes I post it on my Twitter, and yeah, that's it. That's all I do.
And Shay.
Hello everyone, I am Shay, a member of PartyWipeGaming, of which channel you are watching currently. You can find me here most days, as I am in many of the games, sometimes run a game. I am also an artist. I've done a lot of work for the stream here. I have just started my my Patreon and my Twitch streams for myself. You can find me at JimShay on Twitter. I am getting all my my branding, trying to get my branding out there. You can also find me on Patreon at ShayJam Patreon/ShayJam. I will try to be more consistent, more conformed with getting my stuff out there, and I will be streaming myself probably mostly Mondays and Tuesdays. earlier before our games on Party White Gaming. That is me.
Yes.
Yes.
Which leaves Ark.
Hello everyone, I'm Ark Survivor. You can find me on Twitter at @TheSageKirby. The next place you can find me will be Sunday for another Vampire the Masquerade game, which is being run on Spoiled Chestnut's channel. And then later that night I will be running Curse of Strahd here on PartyWipeGames.
Yeah, and
Yes.
you can find me next on Saturday
Yeah.
for Tomb of Annihilation.
Yeah.
Yay! We didn't fall to our death.
We didn't fall to our deaths. And that leaves, of course, PartyWipeGames. Hello, it's Tuesday, which means we were playing Vampire the Masquerade, but you already know that because you were watching it. Next time you'll see us will be Thursday, where we play Zweihander, where Shay and I will be with other fun cast members. Friday, we will probably, even though I say this every week, find something to do. Maybe reading, maybe nothing, because we tend to get distracted on Fridays. Saturday, you will catch us back here with Kay and Shay for Tube of Annihilation. It's fun times, they didn't die. Sunday, we'll be back with Kay and Ark and Shay for Curse of Strahd. Mondays, it'll just be Shay and I. Oh, and Ark. He is in that one. Our own
Wow.
game.
Wow.
I forgot briefly.
Wow.
Leave me alone. We haven't played that game in months, and we just got back to it, and it was a fantastic whirlwind adventure of unpreparedness and spontaneous shenanigans.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, so
I had to
this-
chase someone for most of the session.
You did.
You loved it.
Yeah. But that's what we've got on the
Carl
table.
didn't.
That's what we've got on the table now. So we're going to wrap up because I'm going to probably catch a nap before I have to get up for work in 2.5 hours.
God.
Fun.
Yeah.
Sleep.
I'm
I
going to go.
hope you slept before this.
I slept until noon. Well, I woke up at 8, got up, did a little bit of things, laid back down, and then fell asleep until it was 12:30, almost 1.
Yeah. It was
So
good afternoon.
I wasted a good portion of the day sleeping when I should have been up, but I'm not as tired as I was last week. I'm just regretting going in already, and I haven't even made it there yet. But anyways, let's wrap up and get going. Have a good night, everybody.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.